Hello, my name is David Key, and in the next few minutes I'm going to show you how you could use our Isoma software suite to capture and clarify the critical operational information in your business. And to do so, I'm going to use a fictional demonstration database for a fictional aerospace manufacturing company. So let me just log on to that. The system brings together a range of information for your employees to use. Today I'm going to focus on the process information and its related links. So I'm going to start by going straight into something called the high level structure. Now, this is showing how we as a business target our markets, meet the needs of our stakeholders, and deliver our operational goals through a plan, do, check, act cycle. Importantly, this sits at the top of an operational structure, a hierarchy if you like, and we can break down through all of this into different levels, including operations, which then drill down through the value chain into all the operational processes. But throughout this, the system works on a very simple and consistent structure. Let's start by having a look at the target markets process. This is showing a flow of information which ultimately enables an employee to understand how to target a market, from assessing potential demand to drawing particular conclusions. As you'll see, it has a start point and several endpoints, and a flow of information which goes through activities. Each activity is described in plain English. There are no complex symbols for individuals to try and translate. So let's start by looking at the flow. Information is coming in into an activity called assess potential market demand, and then it's flowing through to give a result. In every case, with every activity, is written in plain English, so it's showing a verb and noun description with a resource. In this case, for the first one, a marketing executive. We might have multiple resources as in the second activity, and there are then constraints or controls which might restrict the activity. We can also look at hints and tips for everything, and we can break the thing down into detail. So if I click on this little symbol here for assessing market demand, it takes me now down to a new level. And in that new level, I can look at more detail, and in this case, I can also link to other information, either a demand analysis, which is sitting within our enterprise resource planning system, or a market training video, which I can access straight away.
Point, the market analysis. In which market
I'll stop that and go back into the system. Okay. Now, these data links are important because it means that the system serves as a single point of focus for all information. Whatever systems exist, Isoma enables you to access them. And all of these data links are set up in a separate index, so we can search these, we can click on them, we can see which processes they relate to. There is a single point of focus in this for everything that goes on in your business. Now, whilst all that may be very straightforward, you of course do have to put the information in the first place. And I want to show you now how simple and quick that is. So the system has a separate and secure area called the editor. It's a bit like a sandpit. And in it, all of the processes are stored along with the resources and the constraints. Now let's start by just creating a brand new process map, which we'll call new process. I can just drag over a start shape and just click, creating a few processes here, and we might finish that off there. And that is the basis of my process. Pretty quick, I think you'll agree. Now, I've already created some resources, so I'm going to use those. Let's say the account executive and the account manager are part of this initial process called task 1. And we can do the same for the rest. Okay, I can look at constraints. So let's say this needs to be done in half a day. Here, job done. And of course, I can add to these resources, so I can create new resources and look at costs for those at any point. Now, that's showing how I can create a process from scratch. Let's just see then how I might do it from other information that you might have in your business, for example, procedures or Visio diagrams. So let's have a look at a procedure. Here's one which I'm sure you'll recognize, standard format, showing who the originator is and what their purpose is. And in this case, we have a set of activities which are listed within it. So I can just simply highlight those, copy those, go back into the system and import them. So if I just go into import here, import procedure, immediately the system creates a live process for me. And just to prove it's live, I can move anything around. And indeed, I can add to this. So I can just say, add another resource. Let's say we want originators in that one. Over to detailed design. Simple as that. Okay. Now I can do the same for Visio diagrams. So if you have a Visio diagram or diagrams of your processes, we can bring those in the same way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a quick run through of the structuring and capturing functionality within our Isoma suite. Many thanks.